going to talk through the actions you should be taking to ensure your new business prospects and leads convert into new clients. Okay, so I'm going to start with a huge question just to open things up, and then hopefully we'll dig into the detail a little bit as we talk through this next hour. Let's talk through some of the basic do's and don'ts for that initial client engagement. How do you make the most of those initial inquiries about your services and costs? What does a good conversation look like? Zoe?
I think like any conversation that gets people talking about why they have reached out to you, they've got in touch with you for some reason, so why was that? And I think being curious is the way to open it up, ask open questions, like tell me about why you started your business, what made you pick up the phone today, get them sharing everything, because there will be something there that you will then lead into, well, this is how I can help you.
Fab. Karen, is that your approach as well?
And a lot of it is listening rather than talking at them, just to get as much information as you can and let them see that we are humans and it's a relationship.
Fab. Anything to add, Jo?
I think for me, I never get a phone call. I usually get a Facebook message, and it usually goes something like, "What are your prices?" And so it's about making them understand and setting them on that kind of client journey at that point. So very much is explaining them that I'm not going to be able to give you that kind of price right now. I need to understand, and I want to know more about your business and where you've come from, what you're aiming for. So let's book in a call, and then setting up that Calendly link and making it a streamlined process so that I can get face to face to them. If they did phone me, that would be amazing, because yes, we could start off with all those questions at that point. And I'd always feel like people do feel like in this, they can go onto Amazon and find out the price of anything at this point. So I think people do think you can just pluck a figure out the air. So understanding that you don't work like that and explaining that and still getting them to reach out to you again at a point in the future is kind of a skill in itself. So it takes a bit of practice, but it's about taking control at that point and saying, I'd love to talk to you about this and I really want to give you a quote, but this is how we're going to do this. That's how I tend to have to start off the process.